dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. Roll the dice, the stars ignite. Heroes rise to claim the night. Victory or death untold. Dare you chase the tales of old? The adventure begins. The adventure begins. Shadows rise, the dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. Roll the dice. adventure begins.
I had to explain that to someone at work today, so you're okay.
I've never heard the word wopcorn ever before.
It's okay. Whopper some popcorn.
I didn't know
Whoppers and
that. My
popcorn.
mom probably knew that.
it's
She
amazing.
loves Whoppers. I bet she knows that.
That's amazing.
Sorry, guys, we're just sitting
But
here
we're
trying
not
to get
talking
food.
about movie theater snacks. We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome to the pre-snack gaming.
Friends don't let friends role play hungry.
That's right. For reals. What's up, nerds? I know last week we were all so excited for this one-shot adventure to happen. And then, we are so sorry life happens and can get in the way. And it did last week. So we are here this week. We're going to go ahead and do that same one-shot. So we're excited.
Now I'm here.
And now Kyle's here. We get the whole gang together. It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic tonight. I don't really have too many announcements for you guys today. It hasn't been anything new since last week since Saturday when I announced all the cute female clothes, and my crop top will be here tomorrow or Saturday. Tomorrow or Saturday, and I'm so excited about it. But there is female clothing coming into that shop. Nerds are girls too.
It's exciting. I was looking at the store today, and just the amount of stuff in there is insane.
Yeah, it's been taking up all my time, and it's gonna keep growing. Expect more new stuff every week in there. But the link is down below here on Twitch, so you can click directly over to the merch store that way if you like, or you can click the Discord link down below and join our Discord, and you can find our merch there too, as well as hang out with a bunch of nerds like us.
Yeah, we're pretty cool people.
We are. There is no Lantern Song for a little bit, so that's not on Saturday this weekend. I know we haven't announced this to the populace, but Power and Prophecy has gone closed doors. So if you guys were super excited to find out what happened next, you might need to join the Discord and hound Timber to give you guys updates on what's happening with it, because he will, totally. So no Power and Prophecy. We were going to have Tombs of Annihilation on Monday, but Kyle's work is getting in the way of all things fun. So, so no
Stupid
Tombs of
bills.
Annihilation. So I believe our next game is Everlorn, the OG, next week on Thursday.
I believe so. Yeah, Hunger is off next Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's a bi-weekly game, so Hunger's off next Tuesday, but we will be back for Everlorn on Thursday. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, nothing in Town Crier, so no other announcements for that.
Yeah.
But real quick before we dive into the narrative stuff, because we have new faces here, why don't we go, for anybody that's new and hasn't seen an Everlorn episode yet or whatever, I'd like to go around and have everybody introduce themselves and just the name of the character that you're playing tonight. So, Tat, why don't we start with you, and then we'll just go across the board.
What you just want me to say the name of the character or what he is, or
Well,
just
introduce yourself, the person, because I want the people to know who you are, and then yeah, what's the name of your character? Give a little quick sentence, but you don't need to go into your whole backstory or anything like that.
Yeah, so I'm Tat, Sutasan John in Discord. My character I'll be playing today is Ryle Altarian. He is a fighter cleric.
Right on. Roxy.
Hi, I'm Roxy. Everybody here knows me. If you don't know me, I don't know what's wrong with you. But I'm playing Penelope and her dragon companion, Azura. I'm a Drake Warden Ranger.
Right on. Lorenzo. Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I'll be playing Lorenzo. He's a shadow assassin monk. Should be pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am Ken, also known as Lazarus Grimm. I am playing Alif Shah Gaud. He is a Harangon sorcerer ranger who rides a bearded black and yellow bearded dragon called Shirako.
Bearded
And Jeff?
dragon. Ah.
Hi, I'm Jeff. New to the group, but I'm really excited to be here tonight. And I will be playing Styx, the half orc, the most helpful half orc you've ever met. Leave it at that.
Excellent. Oh, I'm excited. And with that, let's dive in. So, it has been 2 weeks in Briarhaven since Scar, the monk that has taken a vow of silence from our other Everlorn storyline, attacked Lord Graham in his office. And the events that took place in Skarsnik, with the waking nightmares and the town that was unable to sleep, have yet to be reported back to Briarhaven. Our heroes from our main campaign are still marooned on an uncharted island and have yet to reach Reluvia to deliver Terra to safety. Recently, a messenger from the city of Beefington has arrived in Briarhaven, reporting a series of strange cattle mutilations and disappearances of entire portions of the city. Crops are rotting on the vine at peak harvest time, and the very land around the city has become toxic to what few locals remain. Water is poisonous, and the local forest and fields have seemed to suffer a blight. Beefington has sent a messenger calling for aid. However, hours after the messenger arrived with his request, he was found in a room he was given for rest, dead, rotting, and bloated, as if he had been a corpse for months already. As the powers that be in Briarhaven began to investigate this, the following day, a raven arrived carrying a hastily scrawled letter from the Magister of Beefington, Lord Percival Emberwold, and it simply read, "The Decrepit One has arrived." The following morning, the 5 of you were summoned before Lord Adjudicator Silas Bant. He runs the Department of Agriculture in Briarhaven, and they oversee sort of the agricultural trade between cities, which Beefington is a large part of, as they raise some of the best cattle in the area and the most abundant cattle in the area, as well as provide supplementary crops for a lot of the outlying villages and some of the larger cities on the continent. Your group works for this office as investigators. And Silas has tasked you to travel to Beefington, discover what befell the town, aid survivors if there are any, and then report back your findings so that they can decide their next course of action. It has been 3 days since you've left Briarhaven on the road. And you are roughly here, let's say. You're about a day's ride away from the town. You should arrive there the following night. At the moment, you've all made camp for the evening. what are you doing as you're getting ready to take your rest?
I will be sitting next to Styx, and we'll be talking. He's. I'm interested in the musical production of things. It's how some of the tribes communicate over long distances, and I'm seeing how to like learn more about that in a different environment.
Right now, Lorenzo would be trying to convince anybody at camp to play some Three Dragon Ante with him.
I throw rocks at Lorenzo.
Penelope and Zura is too hot by the campfire, so they're kind of sitting further away, and she's sitting in the crook of Azura, and they're kind of having their own little conversation between each other.
Rilo would be probably tending to the fire. He's probably overzealous in making this fire as comfortable as possible, which is actually in turn making people
Too
uncomfortable because it's too hot.
hot.
You see me just, felling too many trees around, gathering firewood. We probably have enough firewood for a few days.
Oh yeah. There's the wood around you is dry. It hasn't rained in a couple of days. There's plenty of things to burn. Let's see. Alif, would you please make me a perception roll?
$23.
Okay. As you're sitting in camp, you hear some far off snapping of twigs as something reasonably large but distant is moving through the woods. Doesn't seem like it's coming towards you, but it's not moving far away from you either.
Okay, I will my ears prick up, and there's a quick bolt of blue lightning in my eyes, and I go towards the sound and attempt to investigate as stealthily as possible.
Go ahead and could you real quick describe yourself for everybody?
I am a 5.5 foot tall black rabbit with in tan robes and wraps. He carries a black ash bow, and long sword strapped at my side. But there is a weird blue shimmer from my dragon bloodline underneath the black fur. So it looks like there's like blue scales like around my muzzle and around my eyes and things like that.
Right.
And he's kind of slight, and he always kind of like remains kind of crouched over to not give away his true height. Even though he's not very tall anyway, it's a tactic to stay low, stay quiet, that he picked up growing up in the desert.
And so you're gonna move off into the direction of that sound in the woods?
Would I see him doing that?
Oh, I will signify to everyone.
Then when he does that, I am going to kind of go towards that edge of the woods. I'm going to try to climb a tree.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I would dragon is too loud. I guess I will look at Azura and tell her to stay, like, with my hands, because I want to be quiet, and I'm gonna go off in the same direction as Alif, trying to be stealthy.
Okay. Will the two of you make me a stealth roll, please?
Yep.
Oh God, crit. Ooh, that's
Why is it
Okay.
so laggy for me?
I'm
And why
gonna
did it not
have you
roll with
make a
advantage?
completely different roll in just a second. So
Did
Penelope,
mine
you
Okay,
Yeah,
I get one
Uh,
more still.
dart off into the woods without a sound. A leaf, however, as soon as you make it past sort of the line of the clearing, there's just a large, sort of half rotten log that you don't see in the dark. When you step on, there's just sort of a loud as you
Minus 18.
cave it in. I don't need a stealth roll from you yet. What I do need, if you're going to climb a tree, is I need
Okay.
I need an athletics check, please.
Athletics. Okay, give me 1 second. My D&D Beyond is really laggy. Let me see if
Okay,
I can
it's all
fix
good.
it.
it's always someone's. It doesn't matter.
Wouldn't be
You said
D&D if there
athletic?
weren't technical issues. Yes,
Right?
athletic, please.
Why is it doing that?
I'm having caffeinated tea for
I'm gonna
D&D
try to open it
tonight.
up in Firefox real quick. What was that roll that it rolled?
Yeah,
27?
27.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you go ahead and describe yourself as you go to climb this tree real quick?
Yes, I am my skin is kind of I'm a turtle. My skin and shell is kind of dark. I'm wearing hand wraps that are golden on one side of them, like across the knuckles, and then it's like a dark leather behind. And then he's wearing some like wrappings on his legs, also that same gold color, and then a gold headband. And then he's got like a leather harness kind of thing on.
All right. Yeah, you have no problem climbing this tree. But Alif, as he's climbing the tree and Penelope is darting off into the woods, Alif, you step on that sort of fallen, rotten log. You hear in the distance, all of you now, the sound of something large that has been spooked and begins to crash its way away from you in the direction of Beefington. So in the direction you are traveling.
I'm gonna. I'm still standing over by the fire. I'm watching as
that's
everything is
why.
going on, and I'm just gonna
That would make sense.
just say aloud after I kind of understand that the thing's going away, and you can kind of tell. I'm just gonna be like, you done scaring and everything around here?"
I'm going after when I hear the crashing going off and it's starting to run like that. I'm going to reach behind the log that we were sitting on talking together. Styx, by the way, is about a 5'10" half orc with green olive skin and only like he's got tusks, but they're not the nice big curvy ones. They're just kind of stunty ones, so they're just enough to make him annoying. And he's dressed in very plain looking travel clothes and like just a slight leather vest with a pair of hammers on his left hip and a flute slung on his right hip. And he reaches behind and he pulls out a broom with a hobby horse head on it and jams it between his legs and takes off, flying about 5 feet above the ground towards the crashing thing. And as he flies over the top of Alif, he's like, "Try not to scare everything around here, okay?" And I'm gonna like cruise up to about just below canopy and try to fly out and see if I can get above whatever it is that's crashing through the woods.
All right. Lorenzo, as you get up to your tree, you can see Styx sort of zoom off away from the campfire through the woods, and both of you, as you reach altitude on your broom and as you reach some height into the tree, you can see sort of the undergrowth of the forest move as whatever this thing is kind of crashing its way through it. It looks big, but not immense. It's
How far away is it?
From you at this point, I'd say probably like 50 yards and
How fast is it moving?
growing. It's relatively fast. It's whatever it is. It could be a horse, could be a deer. It's a large animal seemingly moving through the forest.
Did I see it or did it run away?
You haven't seen it, but you can tell which direction it's going in, and you're kind of hot on its heels.
Okay.
What is the speed of your broom?
50 feet.
50 feet. And Penelope, what is your 30 feet movement?
40.
40 feet. So as you're darting through the forest, you look up just in time to see Styx like catch up to you and then pass you just a little bit.
And would I see both of them going out towards it?
Yeah, you would.
I'm gonna try to monkey between tree to tree.
Make
to
me an
follow.
acrobatics roll.
The arboreal.
Do you? Oh, you do have dark vision now because fucking.
I do.
Anyway,
I have 120 feet dark vision.
Yeah, whatever.
Dirty
and
20 on the athletic.
Dirty 20. Okay, yeah, no problem. You're having an easy time finding branches that will support your rather prodigious weight, and you have no problem. You're still lagging behind everybody because it's a process, but you're keeping them in sight of you. Rylar, everyone else is now gone. What are you doing?
I was watching as everybody just leaves me by the fire, and I'm just like these rookies, and I'm just gonna get on my horse and kind of like casually trot on. My character is he's like a 6'6" Asimar. He's kind of darker skinned. He's wearing like full he has just plate armor. But it is pristine, very clean. However, he has like a red hood that he wears, like a red hood and cape, and you can tell that hood has been through many things, kind of tattered a little bit. However, the armor is like pristine, and so I jump on the horse and kind of start to ride along the edge of the tree line there. And just kind of keep up and kind of watch everybody from a distance. I believe he has actually dark vision of 180 feet. And I'm not honestly, he's not looking to get involved. He's just watching what everybody else is doing.
Are you trying to at least follow them, or
I am following them.
Slowly?
I'm more of like studying how they work.
Go ahead and make me a survival roll, because even though you have dark vision, I want to see if you can find some sort of a game trail or something through this underbrush that your horse can actually ride on or not, because that might slow you down.
It's a 10.
You're going to have a bit of an issue for a little bit trying to get through there. Your movement's going to be slowed down. So they are leaving you behind, but you have a pretty good sense of what direction everyone is headed in. Let's see. Alif, what are you doing at the moment? As Lorenzo, you can see sort of winging his way through the treetops, and Styx is rocketed off on his broom, and Penelope has disappeared into the underbrush.
As I see kind of everybody move past me, I'm going to use my whistle and call my mount to my side.
Okay.
Kind of to kind of keep up with everybody as they're going past me.
What does it look like as your mount comes crashing through the brush towards you?
He is Shirako is a wily, goofy lizard, and so he's like kind of like, he doesn't make a beeline towards me. He kind of like comes around the tree and then shoots back the other way, and I'm like, just would you come here, please? Would you here, Shirako, here? And when he finally gets up to me, he like rises up, and then like, as I like go to get on him, he like kind of skitters out of the way a little bit, and I'm like, now is not the time. I will give you treats. Just sit still for just a second. And I calm myself because I'm freaking out at my mount. And then once he's like settled, I get on him, and then like we are off and away.
Okay. Same thing. Go ahead and make me a survival roll. just to see if you can how easy it is for you to navigate.
13.
You're having a little bit better time than Rylar is, but still, yeah, it's slow going. They're both large animals, and it is kind of thick forest that you're pushing through.
Yeah.
But you can still, you've got sort of Rylar, behind you a little bit. You can see in your peripheral vision, and you see where they're headed off into the distance. After a few minutes of chase, and the thing that is fleeing from you is still kind of crashing through and hasn't seemed to slow at all. There is a
Real quick, can I kind of tell if it's like we heard distant crashing and things like that, but can we kind of tell about, is this a very large creature? Is this a
Go ahead and make me a nature check.
Okay. 9 for a ranger.
Well, I mean, how many trees do I see getting out of its way as it's moving?
Well, it's not moving any trees. It's what you're seeing of moving is like the large sort of thick brambly bushes and ferns and things like that, and some of the overgrown sort of plants that are in the forest taking it up. Any large trees like the ones that you're climbing on aren't being affected by anything. This is just
okay. So it's not big enough to be knocking trees over in its way.
Not knocking any trees over, but it's big. It is big, but it's not knock over trees big.
Can I see Lorenzo?
You can faintly in the distance, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of up and in the dark, so it's a little hard to make out. But he's, if you're, I'd say he's probably about 30 feet, 35 feet in front of you, and that gap might be widening a little bit.
Okay, then I'll message him, and kind of I will send out what direction is he headed, or what direction is it headed, and so we can kind of maybe corral around it.
What direction is it heading in, Mr. Dungeon Master?
It is heading east through the forest towards Beefington.
Then I'll just message him back a single word of east.
Okay.
As you are all giving chase, in the middle of this dark, sort of encroaching forest, all of a sudden there is a long, shrill whistle. The same kind of whistle that, say, a farmer would use to call their livestock from pasture.
Yeah.
That kind of pierces out through the night. And then the crashing...
Can I tell where that's coming from?
Same direction that whatever that was is heading.
Okay.
And as that whistle plays out, you can kind of hear its gait slow a little bit, and it changes direction slightly, still going east, and then slows. And then stops.
Okay.
And it's quiet.
So
Can I get over top of it then?
You guys you're still going to continue to pursue it?
I mean, I am stealthily going to.
Okay. I'm asking in reaction to the whistle what you guys are doing. I'm assuming you're still moving, but if you're not, tell me.
Rylar is going to stop, and he hasn't really gotten that far, but after hearing that, I think he kind of figured out, okay, it's probably not, anything crazy. It sounds like it's maybe somebody's cattle or something. In the back of my head, that fire is unattended, so I'm going to make my way back towards that.
Okay.
Because I know I definitely had that thing going pretty good.
It is a bit of a bonfire in the woods.
We would not be good members of the Department of Agriculture and
Loki would not approve.
All right. Only you can really screw up a forest.
Did any of our animals or animals near us that we could see, did they react to that whistle in any sort of way?
I would say that Alif's mount and Rylar, your mount, when that whistle occurred, both kind of perked up a little bit. And Alif, your mount did seem to quicken its pace a little bit. Out of this animal well, it's can sometimes be kind of curious about shit. So it's not like it's under an effect. It gets excited and it heard a thing and now it's interested. So
Would Azura have heard it back at camp?
she would have, yeah.
And would it have affected her as well?
No.
Yeah.
Other than maybe like a little head cock and kind of look in that direction, but you didn't call her, so she's not with you at the moment.
Yeah. I just didn't know how far it reached, that whistle.
Lorenzo, Sticks, what are you doing actually before I get to that?
I'm just gonna kind of cruise out at a wide arc, trying to get a decent look at whatever this is we've been chasing now that it's slowed and stopped. About 30 feet above, or however high the canopy allows for.
Sure. As you kind of get up and you begin to make sort of that inquisitory pass around the area, you do see there is a clearing in the trees. In the center of this clearing, there is a very large boulder that has been left there, and you can see two figures. One standing next to the boulder, and the other is a large bull that is standing there. And the bull is kind of, chewing on some grass, looking around a little bit. You can tell it's got sticks and things stuck to it. So what it seems pretty likely this is what was crashing through the forest. But it is a little odd that there is one individual and a cow here in the forest.
And they're with each other?
They're with each other. So it does immediately smack of, that's not quite right.
I'm gonna just sit up in the tree right above him for a little bit and just watch to see what happens.
They're just standing there.
He doesn't look like he's getting ready to
figure
go anywhere
walks
or
over
anything.
to the cow, and well, the one figure seems like it's sort of appraising it, and it's mumbling some things, but you can't quite make out what's being said. And it kind of walks around it and touching it.
I'm gonna move a couple trees over, climb down, and then come walking out of the woods, kind of nonchalantly.
Go ahead and make me a perception check as you are still in the cover of the tree line. Okay. Yeah, you walk out. Are you making yourself known?
My passive is 13 on perception.
Your passive is 13? Okay. Yeah, all right, that's good enough. Are you making yourself known?
Well, so I'm going to kind of try to climb down out of the tree and then make it look like I wasn't watching them or anything, and kind of come walking out of the woods.
As you do, the bull turns its head, not to look at you, but it just happens to turn in your direction. And you can see that the entire right side of its face is rotted down to the bone, and it spreads along its back and has started to work its way down its side, exposing sort of this purplish putrid muscle tissue underneath, and some loose hanging flesh and fat seems to be like spilling out of open wounds and things.
Does it see me?
Not yet. And its right eye has sort of a red tint to it. It seems to glow ever so faintly.
Okay, once I see that, I'm going to go into stealth.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
At 26.
Of course. Yeah, you are hidden.
What Ninja
Sticks, go ahead
Turtle
and make
couldn't
me a
hide.
perception roll as you're sort of circling the area and watching these two.
7.
Yeah, to you it just looks like a cow and a person. You don't see anything weird there. Alif and Penelope, what are you guys doing? Because by now, you're all kind of getting caught up to this situation. So from your vantage point, you see a bull and a person standing next to a large boulder.
I have a passive perception of 19. Will I be able to see well?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, as you come up through the brush, you're able to make out certain other features of this large animal that aren't right. It's, the end of its tail ends in sort of a coagulated nub with a piece of bone sticking out, and you can see sort of tendons towards the bottom of its leg. Parts of this animal that are not easily observable from a distance.
Right.
From far enough away, and the right angle, just looks like a bull. But now that you're getting closer to it, there is something very, very wrong with this animal.
I'm gonna turn to the guys. Are you guys seeing this? I'm whispering that.
Go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
Okay. Who are you trying? Are you near anybody right now?
I'd say you're probably, at this point, you guys have come together to a degree. The closest person to you would be a Leaf, and he's probably a good, 15 feet away.
I mean, I'd probably be on the other side of them.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking
hiding.
about Penelope and a Leaf.
Okay.
You're, as far as anyone else is concerned, they don't know where the hell you are.
Okay.
Are there any large trees around me?
Oh yeah. Oh, that whole part of the forest that you're in. You're in an area where it's, at this point, there's still enough thick vegetation to kind of give you some cover and make it a little easier for you to hide. But if you keep going a little further, that's going to start to thin out. There are still some large trees. This is an old forest. So,
Are there torches near the boulder, the guy, or the
Nope.
bull?
Nope. Only thing you guys have right now is moonlight and dark vision.
Okay. I do not have dark vision. So.
Does it look like they're looking for
it
something?
is a very well lit night. It's almost a full moon. It probably will be in the next couple of days.
Are they just standing there stargazing, or do they look like they're intent?
Well, the figure seems to be speaking something to the bull, but you're too far away to make it out.
Am I close enough to hear it?
No.
Can I try to get close enough to hear
low? Not without exposing yourself.
I'm going to use invisibility.
Of course you are.
I'm going to move into the area, the clearing, without hiding.
Okay.
I will stay on Shirako.
Sure.
And does Shirako have a reaction to the animal? The bull.
Do you have stats for him?
Kind of. I mean, yeah, very basic stats.
Could you roll a perception check for me for him?
Oh, I can actually. He has a perception of 10. I mean, yeah, his perception is 10.
Is 10. Yeah, I would say as you get close, all of you that are on the ground, sort of the wind sort of shifts a little bit, and you get this overwhelming just waft of rotting flesh and decay that just comes to you, and even so much so that Styx, you on your broom, get a faint whiff of it.
I will, while mounted, approach the farmer and his bull. Good evening.
Okay, give me 1 second, because you're not there, and you're hidden, and you're flying, and you're hidden. Can everybody see that?
So
Yeah.
can you put where I am for just a second?
Yeah, you are right there. Nope. Wrong one. Wrong guy.
That's not
You didn't see
true.
that.
Oh, goodness.
You are right there.
Don't go
Okay, I'm
in
gonna-
that
alright.
area.
I'm gonna move him.
It's like you're playing a Battleship and you accidentally saw the other guy's like what?
And
Yeah.
you would have come out about there.
Yeah.
And I would see him at this point, right?
You would see a leaf.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna move in the trees, kind of over to his area, but not
I'm gonna go
like
to
out,
there.
like over here.
Or can you ping that for me? I'm sorry. Over where?
Oh, I just moved the token, like right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do I need to roll stealth to move or anything?
No, dude, you rolled plenty high enough off the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
So as I approach, I will. Male or female, farmer?
It is a male. So there is, as you walk out, this individual turns to you, and he's seemingly normal. Nothing odd about him in any way, other than very gaunt, elderly man. He looks very emaciated right now. He's sort of got a long beard that goes to about mid-chest, and he's wearing just some plain, peasant garb and a cloak to keep the chill off the night, and he's got his hood up. When he turns to you, like I said, very, very gaunt, very emaciated, like he hasn't eaten in a very long time, and he's got a bit of a wild look to his eyes, as if, he's potentially not in the rightest of minds. And he doesn't say anything. He just sort of deadpan stares at you for a good while.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Has your lovely animal been running around the forest this evening? We heard some crashing.
And he kind of just turns and looks around and looks at the cow and looks back to you. He says, "No, I think everything is fine now. Everything is fine now. We need to get back to the and it kind of escapes him for a minute. He loses thought, and then he goes back to just staring at you again.
Do you need while taking in this scene, can I roll a medicine check, and I'll ask him if he needs assistance returning home?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a medicine check.
Okay.
While he's wandering up that way, I just kind of want to drift down and over just enough. I want to get to about 50 feet from the cow and his master there, and just kind of hover, just waiting to let a leaf make his play. But
you're about like there,
but yeah, like
above
20 feet
them.
up.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yes.
I'm going to think over my bond with Azura, pictures of like what's going on, because we're too far to like communicate mentally with words, but I can still send pictures to her over my bond. And so I'm gonna send a picture of what's going on right here and be like, you should get here now.
Okay. Check one thing real quick. Oh, check that out. Holy crap.
Whoa. That's a big lizard.
Thanks, Rocco.
Yeah, that's a big lizard. Okay.
So so it was
That's a gecko, not a bearded dragon.
I know. It's only protect mine.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I'll do some AI art for you for that for later.
Oh, thank you.
so we would have saw that or I would have saw that back at camp, like it leaving.
Azura leaving?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think that might just kind of pique my interest in like, okay, it quieted down, but now she's leaving. There might be something wrong,
Okay.
or maybe I should follow. I'm going to kind of quickly try to team the fire to where it won't get crazy. I don't think I can put it out because it's probably going too well, but I can try to make sure there's no loose twigs or anything around
Sure.
it to make sure it doesn't get any crazier.
Yeah,
Does-
you work for the agricultural department. If there's one thing you guys know how to do, it's build a fire safely in the woods.
Right.
does
And,
does Rylar speak Draconic?
I don't know, does he?
he does not.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna do something fun, but never mind.
How urgent is it? Like, did it like take off, or is it kind of?
Yeah, I'd say when you sent that image to her, Rylar, you sitting in camp would have seen Azura kind of give out like one of those long, sort of almost feline stretches, and then dart off into the woods.
Okay. I am going to. Are all the mounts like? I know that some of the mounts were.
The
Taken.
only mount left at camp other than your horse is Lorenzo's mount.
Because he monkeyed his way through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he's a yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. So I'm just gonna.
Turtle power.
I'm going to tie up my mount to a nearby tree.
Okay.
And I am going to give me 1 second. Basically, I'm going to activate my wings and start flying in that direction.
Activate your wings.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, you're an Asimar.
Yeah.
Describe that to me.
So basically, you'll see a bright glow in my eyes, and then bright glowing wings come out of his back, and they're kind of like celestial in look, and I will just like kind of jump up in the air, and kind of follow where her mount's going, just kind of follow behind it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and well, you can follow it pretty well. It's a dragon that is crashing through the forest, so I'm not going to make you roll for that. And eventually you arrive, along with everyone else. I don't believe I have a token for Azura. Does your beast bond give you stats, Roxy?
Yeah, she has her own stats. It's just like
Okay.
it's just like a Beastmaster Ranger. The pet has its own stats, but it goes on your turn as a bonus action.
I am going to give you. Hold on. This is just a representation of your mount. And I will say, as it comes crashing through the forest, that will reveal your position.
And then I guess while that's crashing and there's a bunch of sound being made and everything, I'm going to 30 feet from me, kind of behind where Shirako is.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a minor illusion to make a whistle to call for my mount.
Ah, okay.
We
All right, then.
have them. We will
More
use
tokens.
them.
More
Uh,
tokens.
More tokens. Oh, don't you guys don't even know. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
these tokens.
yeah. I'm gonna actually. I'm not
You're
going to show you
welcome
guys
for
this,
having a
but
hobby horse for a mount. You're
this
welcome.
is for later.
Yes.
I'll show you guys this later. All right. That whistle sounds. I'm going to say that does. Oh, well, you cast minor illusion. I hate you so much. After a beat, you do hear some additional crashing through the forest as yet another large creature comes barreling its way through the underbrush. And as this creature emerges from the forest, Lorenzo, go ahead and describe to me what your mount looks like.
So he is a velociraptor. He has all of his fingernails and teeth and everything are that same color gold as my headband. And
You
then
get your mount a grill?
That's exactly what came in my head.
Okay,
I
continue.
didn't even think about it that way, but yes, I suppose I did give my mount a grill.
Yeah, veneers for his velociraptor.
He has that same golden color for his eyes, and then his skin is like green, and then he's got the same like red kind of dark leather that makes up Lorenzo's chest harness thing, is making a harness with a saddle on him.
Okay. As your mount comes into view, the old man all of a sudden his posture changes and his back sort of snaps straight up, and his head snaps up, and he looks directly at you, Alif, and he begins sort of clawing at his throat, and you can see he's digging like deep furrows into his neck and starting to draw blood. And it's almost like he's choking to get something out. And then he sort of gasps, and the only words you hear from him are, "He's here." And then he falls to his knees, and the bull charges straight towards you.
Okay.
So
would you like me to?
I'm going to have I'm going to have all of you for right now. Hold on one second.
As that's
So you're
happening,
select
can I cast speak with animals and be like, hold up, why, what seems to be the problem?
You can certainly try. What does it look like when you cast speak animals? And as you're doing that, please describe Penelope, because you haven't done that yet.
Okay, so Penelope is a gnome Drake Warden Ranger, and that means she is bonded with a dragon named Azura. Now, she acquired this dragon by saving another dragon's life, and he gave her what looked to be like a geode that was this crystalline cyan blue geode. But a few days later, when it cracked open, out popped this cyan ice dragon baby dragonling, and the moment she touched her nose, they were bonded for life. Now, Zura, she is covered in these crystalline cyan blue scales. They almost look like they have icicles coming off of it, but they shimmer different colors, like opal in the sunlight. And the moment that they were bonded, Penelope's hair and eyes changed in a flash to the same exact color as her dragon, and so they come from a very icy land, and everything about them is very icy. and blue.
Okay. And you're gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, so she's going to close her eyes for a second, like, and scrunch her face up when she does it, and you'll see her just kind of holding hands with her hands, like almost like she's praying, and she makes the cutest little squeak, and then you see her speaking to this animal.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to register you. And you notice as you've cast that spell and you're speaking to it, as it's charging, like that side of its face that is rotted, you get a real good look at it. Whatever is underneath that bone in its skull seems to be sort of oozing out in various places of that. There doesn't seem to be much higher function left to this animal. And with that, I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Okay.
I will let you know I'm going to cast shield on myself.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
And your mounts
Oh my.
are all going to use
Our
Hey.
initiative.
your initiative, yeah.
Hey, Rylar,
Yep.
Nikes.
do you think we could swap that initiative between me and you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Because I can do sneak attack stuff if they don't get a turn.
How do you swap initiative?
That is
there's that
from.
Is that really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it?
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
is
it
it?
is a thing.
Do you?
It's
have
with a
to-
willing party
Uh-huh.
member.
I see. Like, no, I got this.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of sidesteppy things.
Would
Yeah,
I-
Wait,
yeah.
what is yours? 15.
What's that?
What is yours? 15.
Mine. So yeah, 15.
Sure.
I mean, we can go with mine. Mine's 8. Woohoo!
oh, even better, 5. I got a 1 on mine.
Does happen.
I'm trying to find it real fast in my character sheet so I can.
when
Oh yeah,
Azura-
it's from alert.
When Azura came flying through
Oh, I see.
the woods, I jumped on her back at that point.
Okay.
So I'm on her.
Now you're grouped.
Oh, you can do that? Cool.
Yeah.
I can do that. Oh, Rylar, I didn't put your horse in. Hold on 1 second.
No, he's not with me. I flew here.
Oh, that's right. There's a reason.
I would like to add. So, like, as I got here,
Yep.
I would like to do like a superhero landing.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, sorry. My initiative is 18, Rylar. I add 3 to my initiative roll. Pass.
Yeah, that's fine.
My bonus.
Yeah, that's fine. 18 works. Yeah, I wanted to do a superhero landing, like in between the cow and a leaf.
Okay, so you'd be like right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just kind of see like these glowing wings and stuff. You start seeing me as I land down, kind of this like celestial force. Blam, hit the ground. Cool superhero pose, and I get up, and I guess I see this charging. I guess I would have seen him coming at me, but I get in front of a leaf as to kind of shield him.
Really?
Okay.
Hey.
And with that, Styx, looks like you're up first.
Wait, what was Styx's initiative?
I don't know.
21.
21.
Oh,
There you
Stick's gonna hook you up. Stick's gonna hook you up. Don't you worry.
go.
I'm gonna glide over a little bit closer to over the two of them since they kind of shifted over there like that. Basically,
Sure.
I just want to make sure I can get both of them in a 20-foot square, right there.
Oh yeah,
Because-
easy. Yeah, actually,
I'm gonna clamp my thighs around my broom, so I don't go off and pop out the jazz hands and be like, "It's showtime!" And I cast Fairy Fire on the two of them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that's a DC 14 Dex save.
Let's see. So many.
So the commoner's still alive?
Seems like it.
Zombie.
The zombie cow saved.
Damn it. Had to try.
Oh yeah. Saving throw. None. But the commoner is outlined in fairy fire. What does it look like? What does the fairy fire look like as you?
It's like a cascading kind of between red and green, just kind of like oscillating down and through
Okay.
as it
Nice.
goes. He tends to use that spell a lot when he's performing. He'll just cast it on the whole stage and just be up there rocking out, and like everybody in the front row gets it too, like Gallagher style. So
Great. All right.
And I'm gonna save anything else until things get a little hairier. So that's it for my turn.
How does fairy fire work exactly?
I believe-
Anybody that attacks him has advantage on attack rolls against him,
Gotcha.
and he can't benefit from invisibility.
Right.
They're all glowy.
Is that your turn?
That is.
All right, Rylar, you're up.
It would be me.
He's gonna switch me.
Oh, you guys flip
Yeah.
flopped. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, Lorenzo, you're up.
So I'm going to attempt to stay stealthily and get like over to here.
Okay.
Do I need to roll stealth?
Yes. Go ahead.
Nat 20.
Yep. Yeah, you're good. You're stealthy.
Then I'm going to punch the commoner.
You're gonna punch the commoner that is laying on the ground.
Well, you said that it was still alive.
It's
so
still
yeah,
alive.
I'm punching
Yeah,
its head
yeah.
in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and attack this commoner.
What did he do to you?
That'll definitely hit.
8 damage.
Just 8 damage.
Yep.
Where are you hitting him?
In the head.
In the head?
Yeah.
So you dash over and bring your fist down. When your fist connects with this person's skull, you've punched people before. There's a certain resistance that you're expecting that is not there. And it
Just
just,
like jelly.
yeah, it just cantaloupes this thing like a Gallagher show.
Like
You
a Gallagher
crush this guy's head and just splatter brain matter everywhere. And you can see as you do, there's like maggots crawling in it, and it's not like fresh pink healthy tissue. It's
Gotcha.
tar-like and black and bruised looking. It's disgusting. And he is very dead.
Are we close enough that you would call me and Rylar flanking?
He is not in combat with it yet, so no.
Gotcha. I will give myself advantage against him.
Okay. You're gonna go attack the cow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Running, guns a-blazing.
20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then that will be 11 bludgeoning,
Okay.
5 sneak attack,
Okay.
and then I will use a focus point.
Okay. Oh yeah,
and
monks.
Make more punches.
Okay. Tell me what you got.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 damage on that one.
Okay.
Then dirty 20.
That'll hit.
12 more damage.
Okay. I mean, this thing was already looking rough, but it's looking rough. I mean, every time you hit it, like you're tearing its flesh, and bits of meat are falling off this thing, and its kind of head is sort of, you know, crashing around as it's trying to like turn around to face you. Is that your turn?
That's it for me.
Okay. Rylar, you are up now.
So I want to get up and then I'm gonna use a channel divinity point to use turn undead. So I'll present my holy symbol, and since you're undead creatures, each undead of choice within 30 feet of me must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
If the creature fails, it has a frightened and incapacitated conditions for a minute.
Okay.
And for that duration, it tries to move as far as from you as it can on its own turns.
Okay.
And it takes it ends early if the creature takes damage, or if I get incapacitated or die.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Well.
So as you present your holy symbol,
Mhm.
what were you gonna say?
No. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
As you present your holy symbol and cast Turn Undead, let's do our Wisdom saving throw. DC 13, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
There's sort of a flash of light as you invoke your deity's will, and this bull lets out a very long, sort of raspy, just. And as that light hits it, it just turns to dust.
Oh.
But that sound that it just made is echoing through the forest.
Since I had previously cast Speak with Animals, would it have meant translated to anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be, I think, my turn.
Okay. Penelope, make me a perception check real quick. With disadvantage because you're currently focused on what just happened with the cow and the commoner.
Oh God. I have one.
Okay.
Would your passive not do that?
My passive is 19.
Your passive is 19, but I wanted you to roll.
Yeah.
And I'm the captain now.
He's like, shut your mouth and do as I say.
All right. Roll the dice. Damn you.
I like rolling dice, though.
The thing.
You get a couple of things ready here. At the last moment, here's some rustling behind you.
Oh, God.
Alif,
Yeah.
go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Just wondering, so should I have done my Velociraptor stuff during my turn, or when does that happen?
Yeah, your mounts will all act on your turns.
So I should have used. Okay.
11.
11. Same thing, sort of. You're paying attention to what just happened, and then through the brush behind you, there shambles out another horde of zombies, and as these creatures start coming out of the woods, making their way towards you. God damn it. Come on. D&D Beyond's being a pain in my ass.
Because you have so many.
Yeah.
What was it that you said after our second, third episode of Everlorn? Don't
I
let me
know,
put more than 5 tokens on the board at
Uh-huh.
once.
Uh-huh.
Something like
Uh-huh.
that.
Uh-huh. Yes, I remember now.
Were we supposed to remind you before this episode of that?
I mean, details.
It'll be fine.
So that is going to take us to Alif. It is your turn.
I'm going to take Shirako and move to the top of the rock.
Okay.
When I do that, I will.
I'm gonna move this out of the way real quick because I think I can. Hold on.
Well, Mike, since I didn't take any actions with my Velociraptor, can you just move him next to me?
I'm trying to. It does not like this. Do.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm gonna cast True Strike on myself.
Oh, that's why it's fucking up. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta reload it. It's like it highlighted the game log. That's why it was being weird. I don't know why I did that. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if I can get these all to act on the same initiative. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, sorry. What are you doing once you get atop that rock?
Casting True Strike.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, yeah, I'm just gonna take a bead on the zombies as they start to move, and then wait till my next turn to start firing.
Okay.
I would like to cast this.
So, that's it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So next is going to be this upper horde is going to come in and they're going to start getting a little closer to all of you. Roxy, these 3 zombies are going to all make attacks against you. I'm assuming a 12 won't hit.
Absolutely not.
How about a 19 though?
Absolutely not.
What the fuck is your AC?
20.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Pumped my dexterity and everything.
Rylan, these zombies are going to make attacks against you as they sort of swarm around you. I'm assuming a 12 won't hit?
Nope.
11, no. 13. 11. I'm just going to start with this whole group moving forward. I'm just going to roll once. But will a 23 hit?
23 would hit.
Okay.
Just had to make sure.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 4 damage as this zombie sort of slams into you with its meaty hands and begins trying to pull at you.
4 damage, okay. Is that any particular type of damage? Just 4?
Just bludgeoning.
Yep.
Penelope, you're up.
All right. I am so mad that those zombies even tried to hit me, and they're so disgusting and gross. What is going on? So I am going to attack I guess it's zombie A.
Yep.
Let's see. So many tabs open here. Zombie A with my bow. So you're gonna see me pull out my dragon wing longbow, and it's shaped like a dragon wing, but it's covered in these ice crystals that match the scales of Azura, and so I'm going to shoot that. Except I'm going to utilize its natural ammo. So instead of instead of you seeing me put a regular arrow in there, I'm gonna pull the bow back, and you don't see anything there. And then I release it, and you see this shard of ice just go through towards that zombie.
Sure, roll the hit.
Terrible roll.
That'll hit. And as it does, yeah, you just blow this thing to icy pieces.
Oh, awesome. So I don't even need to roll damage on it.
Nope.
Okay, sweet. And then for my second act, I'm gonna knock a second icy arrow out at zombie B.
Yep. That'll hit. Same thing. Blast that one. Drop that to the forest floor.
Awesome. Oh, and I forgot, because this is the first time I've ever taken the feat mounted combatant. I didn't need to, but I forgot I do have advantage, right? While I'm mounted on my to hit.
I gotta double check that. I believe so, but
Yeah.
I'll double check that in a second.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else on your turn? Is your mount doing anything on on your turn?
My bonus action. Let's try Azura out real fast here. Azura is going to bite at zombie C there, and let's
So you're gonna
see.
move.
It's +6 is what it is. So
So 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit as she kind of brings her jaws down around this thing's head and rips its head off.
Yeah, so that's
your
my turn. Actually, I need to move still. Bring me up closer to the right of a leaf there.
Right here?
Maybe up north a little bit more. I want to try to be within 30 feet of most of my companions.
Okay. Yeah, you're about there.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, Stick's 33 feet away from you.
Okay.
So yeah, you're good. Sticks, it is your turn.
Okay. Seeing all this stuff crawling out of the woods coming at us and everything like that, we're getting swarmed under, but I see Penelope just picking them off, and I'm like, oh, okay, these things ain't that tough. So I'm going to reach behind in the back of my belt and pull forth a wand and swing it around once, twice, thrice to charge it up and go bibbity bobbity booyah. And I'm going to fire off a 3-charge blast of magic missiles, 1 missile for each of the 5 zombies that are along our southern flank there.
Okay, so that one. So GEH. D and I, or are these ones on the bottom?
All the ones on the bottom that haven't really joined up with us yet. I'm just trying to make sure they don't, so we don't get swarmed.
Got it. Yeah. So yeah, you rifle off a magic missile at each one of those, and just kind of the force blows it apart where it gets hit.
I love this game. All right, and I'm gonna fly over a little bit to get back into this area, kind of in the middle of things, staying about 15 feet above everybody. And I'd be like, Ryan, are you okay?
I said, don't worry about me. I'm fine on my own.
All right. I won't heal you yet then. Okay. And that's good enough for me.
All right, Lorenzo, you're up.
All right. I'm going to. What is that right there? I'm going to run forwards and punch zombie E.
Okay.
That's the one right in front there. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Roll to hit.
So 23.
That'll hit. Yep. Yeah, you punch it, cave its head in.
Yeah. Then same thing to G.
All right.
25 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'll use a
I get rid of the wrong guy. Whoops.
I'll use a focus point to go over to H.
Okay.
Punch him. 17. Does that kill him?
Yeah, hold on, I deleted your token. I'm adding you back to the. Yeah, you're just like literally just jumping from zombie to zombie, like, and
then,
every time you're a fist or a foot lands, you're just crushing these things' spine and dropping them.
And then I'm gonna hit I. The last one.
Roll the hit.
19.
Yep. Go on.
And then it's my Velociraptor's turn.
It is your Velociraptor's turn.
He is going to run up and claw. Or wait. So he has pack tactics.
Yep.
So he'll get advantage on everything.
Yep.
And he will first do a claw attack at zombie D.
Okay, roll.
Which is going to be +6 to this.
Okay.
So 10.
That'll hit. Yeah,
I'm assuming that kills it.
Shreds it. Yep.
And then same thing to J.
Okay, roll the hit.
17.
Hit. Go.
Ever boy.
And that'll be it for me.
All right, Rylo, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance. The two left, I'm gonna have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw. What is? Sorry, I don't know how to determine what it needs to. Oh, 13.
18.
If not, well, they both 18.
Yep.
Fun. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to sorry, I think I thought I had an extra. Okay. Sorry. I thought I had an extra ability to give me another like attack, but I don't see it. So I am just going to yeah, I'll just chill back. I'll just put my guard up, put my shield up, and watch the team do work.
Okay. Elif, you're up.
Oh, there it is. Okay, no.
I'll fire an arrow at zombie F.
Hit.
22.
That'll hit. Down.
Yeah. 6 points of damage.
Yep.
I only have the one attack per turn, so.
Okay. It's gonna. You do anything else? Bonus action or?
No. Bonus. If anything else starts to pop up, I'll have reactions and things. But
Okay.
if we've obliterated these guys.
All right. It's gonna be the last remaining zombie's turn, and it is going to try and slam you, Rylar. Will 21 hit?
It will.
All right. So that is going to be 6 points of damage. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And now it is Penelope's turn.
Okay. Well, it doesn't take much, so I'm gonna knock a ice arrow in the bow and shoot it. If
That'll
does...
hit.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yep.
I have advantage of that.
All right. You have solved my zombie puzzle for now. As silence falls on the forest, and there's just a horde of corpses piled around you. And one possibly innocent human, you'll never know now, with his head caved in, laying next to a pile of dust that used to be an undead bull. What are you doing?
I'm gonna turn to Lorenzo and be like, "What made you think that we should kill the guy?"
Just gonna look back at the pile of zombies behind me and just point at it.
But he died first. It's not like he was controlling the zombies. He could have been an innocent victim in this.
You know they come back, right?
Did he
I'll
come
speak
back?
up at that point. I will speak up at that point. He was controlling the cow. That was his cow. Zombie cow. Like undead, not innocents.
And then I look back and I look at my fists and I'm like, does this jelly look normal?
I don't know. I just think we should ask a few more questions before we go killing people, murdering people.
He wasn't talking.
He wasn't talking.
It was a little fast for me.
Cool.
I'm gonna float about 40 feet up and scan the area just to see if we got anything else coming in.
You go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh,
So-
crit.
You can see to the north of you, coming through the forest, there is a much larger group of figures scrambling, and you can see most of them look like humans, but there are a few much larger figures also walking in this group.
About how far are they?
You're about 40 feet up. They're right now. Oh, they'll probably be in this clearing in the next 5 minutes if you don't start moving.
I'll drop back down. Be like, yeah, we got a lot more incoming from the north. make this look like nothing compared to it, and it's not all just people. So we need a plan, or we need to get out of the area. Maybe head for Beefington and let them know they got incoming.
Wonder if they already know. Maybe this has something to do with why we're out here.
I mean, to check out like that messenger guy that they find dead in his room. It looked like he'd been dead for a long time. Same kind of thing. That bull looked like
Right.
it had been dead and rotting for a while, even though it was just walking around.
Yeah, I say we should, we need to get back to camp, pack up camp, and head to Boofington.
Mike, what direction is camp?
Camp is to the west.
Okay.
Beefington's to the east, and you have a horde of undead bearing down on you from the north.
So I'm going to
And just a
start
quick question,
walking.
Mike.
Hmm.
Would our characters, like, we're level 8, would we have seen undead in the past? Is that a common thing in...
It's in your line of work, no, but in your adventuring history, you would have come across them, just never this many.
Gotcha, okay. I just wanted to make sure it
Like,
wasn't like
there-
some
it-
weird thing that just started popping up.
Necromancy is a thing in the world. They experiments by wizards that are not, or magic users that are not being monitored, go wrong in graveyards all the time.
Gotcha.
The odd zombie or something, being around, not unusual, not unheard of, but also not terribly common. But something like what you guys just went through, this is weird.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Sticks. When
Yeah.
you were up there, did you see anything glowing or this is gonna sound weird. Anything directing them?
That's a good question. Did I? I didn't think so, but
No,
yeah.
no,
No.
you wouldn't have. No.
Okay.
I mean, there was nobody like riding herd on them or shouting orders. But then again,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
if they're just moving, then unless they're gonna change the orders from walk that way, they probably could just be in and amongst them, and we wouldn't know.
Are they headed towards Boofington?
They're coming towards you from the north of your current position, but near as you can tell, they could have come from Beefington. They could have come from that direction.
Oh. Who's, out of curiosity, who out of our group is from this area?
Not me.
I mean, I traveled through here before, but I go all over the place, so
Yeah. Rylar, you're not from here?
Nope.
Okay. And Lorenzo, we are all strangers in this land.
Not from this area, no.
Okay.
yeah, casual.
No.
Because I study war, Mike,
Mhm.
can I roll a history check on the area to see if there has been a great battle here where they might be pulling up corpses from?
You can, actually. Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
That, I think, is a natural
Oh,
20.
nice.
That is a natural 20. So you in coming to the area and getting acclimated, one of the major battles that is said to have happened in times past was a battle known as the fight at Dura's Cross. It was long enough ago that most people don't remember where it is. Like where actual Dura's Cross is. It is said to have just been a crossroads on sort of a trade route where a couple of opposing armies met up, and this is actually would have to do with the fall of Artan, which
Oh, yeah.
right? It was a prominent battle during that conflict, so it's that long ago. And it happened somewhere near the Moon Fort, somewhere south of the Moon Fort, in between Beefington and Briarhaven. So, where exactly in this area, you don't know, but you're in the right spot as far as the history is concerned.
I will relay that information to the group.
Okay.
So
I would like
maybe
to. I would like to take a second to investigate the body of the farmer.
Go ahead and make me an
To
investigation
see-
roll.
Okay. That's a 10.
Is there anything specific you are looking for in your investigation?
Anything out of the ordinary that a farmer wouldn't have on his person?
You
Or
actually do find in his robes. There's not much. He's got a couple of copper pieces, not a ton of other sort of wealth on him. You know, no jewelry or anything like that. You do see a line on his finger, emaciated such as it is, where it seems a wedding band may have once rested. Probably slipped off as he, lost weight and didn't notice it was on his hand. But you do find in his pocket there is a piece of paper with a seal from. Hold on, I just need to check one thing real quick. From Lord Emberwold, and the seal is
do I
unbroken.
recognize the seal?
You do. You would have seen it because the letter that the Raven arrived with that said
gotcha.
the decrepit one has arrived would have had that same seal on it.
Okay.
And you were shown that. So
I'm gonna look at 6 and say 5 minutes. You said.
4.5 now.
All right, we better get going. Unless you guys want to sit here and fight.
Before we leave, does anybody have a decent? Is anybody? Oh Jesus!
bless you.
Is anybody smart in the ways of medicine?
I am.
Do you want to check out the? Do you want to check out the dead cow and see if you recognize the disease from anything?
Sure.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a medicine check.
Can I give him guidance on that?
You can.
You can.
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
Don't have to.
So as you're looking at the corpse, I'll say because the cow was disintegrated.
Oh, that's right.
with
That's right.
your turn undead. So I'll say in lieu of that, you're looking at the other undead that are littering the field here, and you're not sure what brought them back. You're not sure what killed them, but the one thing that does seem to jump out at you is you see evidence of multiple afflictions, multiple infections, various telltale signs of other diseases, things that would certainly kill a person, but not.
So there's like pox and something and something and
Yeah, and it's as you look, like it seems like each corpse you look at has most things that could kill a person. It's really strange to see this many signs of different diseases in one host, let alone a field of them.
What do their clothes look like?
They're tattered. Some of them look like they've crawled out of the grave. Some of them look fresh, albeit bloody and dirty. It's kind of a mix of long dead corpses and freshly animated ones.
Okay. Seeing as I don't have my mount with me, I am going to I'll say I'll see you back at camp and start running in the direction.
Okay, you're gonna head off towards camp. What is everyone else doing? And
Same
at this
thing.
point, like, you can start to hear distant crashes in the forest as whatever horde is on its way towards you.
I would like
approaches.
to take a long way around to Beefington.
Okay.
Before Rylar takes off, I'll message him.
Yep.
Headed towards Beefington.
Okay. And Rylar, did you tell anyone about the note you found? Did you read it yet?
I have not read it yet. I
Okay.
was going to try to get the safety of camp before I read it. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, just kind of worried about having to fight into the horde if I didn't need to.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a survival check as you're racing back towards camp.
Sure.
'Cause-
Oh. 20.
Oh, nice.
Sticks. How fast were they moving? Were they just walking, shambling?
they're
Is
kind of
it-
shambling. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's giving chase, but they're definitely on a dedicated march to somewhere.
Yeah, the nice thing about undead, they don't tend to get the hustle in the bustle. They just they go as they go, and they don't tend to slow down or get tired, so they're kind of persistent.
Seeing Rylar going back to camp, Penelope and Azura are going to follow back to camp as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we should stick together. We don't want to get split up by this group.
So you're all gonna head back.
No,
and
but
retrieve...
we do need to be making our way to Beefington, and there's no way between us and them other than going through that horde.
Well,
I
around.
think
Camp is west.
yeah, and we should be able to go faster than them, so we should be able to stay ahead of them. I think.
You can probably sneak around.
Right, but
them.
Beefington is to the east.
So
I thought you just said the zombies are kind of in that direction.
Beefington.
You said it looks like they might have came down. Yeah.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Camp.
Right.
And they're moving south.
And the zombies are headed this way.
So I'm going.
If you're not quick enough, they will get in between you and Beefington.
So it's a go there now or get split to the point where we won't be able to pass.
I mean,
Well, he
not
has to
necessarily,
go
but
get his mount.
I mean, that is a trained horse. You can't call your mount.
Can you?
I don't know. I didn't really know how far away we were.
I'd say you're far enough away that like a good whistle would be heard. It reacted to the herdsman. It heard that, so it's close enough.
Sure. Yeah. I'll. Yeah.
You are hurting them by holding.
I will do a little whistle. Would you
Okay.
want me to roll some over there?
I want you to make a perception check for your mount.
13.
Yeah. Okay. As you hear this, in the distant north to you, you can hear again the sounds of many bodies pushing their way through the forest. And after a moment, eventually your horse does make its way into the clearing looking for you. At your call. So you have your mount.
Woohoo! Let's go.
I hope the forest doesn't burn down.
You guys are going to head towards Beefington?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to take you, it'll take you probably until the next evening before you get there. Go ahead and let's see.
Roll
I'm gonna
survival check to avoid those horde.
Yeah. But hold on. I want to figure out who.
Mine's probably the lowest.
Alif. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Oh, I wasn't saying I should roll it. I was just saying.
Yeah, well, so I just, I did a D10 to figure out who.
Okay.
Yep.
16.
Good enough. You guys were able to make fairly good time. And the next day, no signs of unlife, so to speak. But
Right.
as you make your way east towards Beefington, you see the ground itself as everything around you, even though the trees are green, they've lost vibrancy to them. Everything is sort of this matte, muted, faded color towards gray, as sort of the very life of the ground around you and the forest around you seems to be sucked out of it. And it just gets worse and worse as you get closer to Beefington. As the sun begins to set on the next night, you arrive.
Would I, as we're going, would a detect poison and disease spell give me any kind of information as to what we're dealing with?
It honestly wouldn't give you any more information, really, than what Elif was able to ascertain with his medicine check. All it would tell you is that there's way too many diseases for one corpse, let alone the entire, collection that you guys have in front of you.
So I sense no magical elements to this.
That's a good point. Yes, you would.
Okay.
I will also say they're zombies. That bit's a bit obvious to all of you, and your experience as adventurers. Like, you wouldn't need to cast that spell to know that there's some kind of magic behind this.
Sorry, I am doing that on the area, like the ground in the area, to see if it's more of like a blight or if it's something magical causing.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a blight, but whatever is causing it is not natural.
Okay.
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Also, while we're traveling, I would like to take that opportunity to open the letter, and read it.
It's not a long letter. Again, it is very hastily scrawled. And there's a bit of blood on the page, as though whoever wrote it was injured when they were writing it. And all it says is, it begins and ends in the graveyard.
Okay. So I'll relate to the team, and I'll say, according to this letter, the graveyard is where we need to head.
I feel like we're already in the graveyard right now.
Well, you're coming up on the outskirts of town. For the purposes of our narration,
I meant
you
in general
would be
because of all the
emerging.
zombies.
Right.
You would be emerging from the forest at the back of the town in this picture.
Right.
Oh, the other side.
You're on the other side.
Are there any lanterns or light coming from any of the windows?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
It is late dusk, early night. So the sun is down, and again, even without the time of day, it's everything is very dreary to begin with.
Right.
As far as you're concerned, when you come upon this town, it may as well have been abandoned for decades, if not longer. There doesn't seem to have been life here in a long, long time.
But there was life here, a week ago when we got the letter to come out here?
Okay. Absolutely.
Ooh, look at that. That was good.
Yeah, it was. Quick question. Would we have stopped to do like a short rest probably on the way? Or do you
I would say so. Yeah, I would say you guys got a short rest in.
Good.
Can knowing that Rylar was the only one of us that actually took any hits in that fight with the zombies, when we stopped for that rest, I just kind of pull aside and go, did you do anything about that? Did you do any... I don't know if you were able to fix that sort of thing.
So you saw me take a couple hits from these like really decrepit things, but one thing you'll notice about me is that like my armor looks like it's pristine, like nothing has happened
Mhm.
at all. And I'll just look at you with an assuring smile and then be like, "Don't worry about me."
Well, I want to make sure you didn't catch any of the diseases that these things was having that we're finding about.
I'll take my shield and kind of point it to him, and that the shield has like the holy symbol that I use, and I'll say I have somebody looking over me.
Also, if you wear that symbol, then you can't be hurt by these diseases and stuff.
It's somewhat like that, yeah.
Nice. And so Styx will like run his hands down his chest like he's brushing crumbs off, and his clothes suddenly transform into this gleaming breastplate with that symbol on it. He goes, "Good tip, thanks."
Yeah, that's
That's exactly how it works.
Rylar, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure. Oh, that's that one.
Oh God.
As
Oof.
you're having this discussion, and Styx creates this breastplate, and Rylar, you're explaining your resilience and your resistance, and everyone's kind of jovial and laughing it off a little bit. You gasp, and black veins begin to creep up the side of your neck and onto your face. And you, sir, are going to take 10 points of necrotic damage. And you are going to begin to suffer extreme fatigue. So, as of right now, unless this is dealt with, your melee attacks will be at disadvantage moving forward.
1 second. Okay. I do have resistance to necrotic, so would that be
Okay.
halved?
It would be halved, yep.
Okay. I need to give me a second because let me, I guess, heal up from the short rest first, and then I'll take the damage for that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how short rest works on here.
You should just click the short rest button.
I know, but then it's asking me hit
It
points.
like never
or
heals the hit
dice.
points up.
Yeah,
I've
it's
tried
just
it.
weird.
It
I'm just
does
gonna
do
roll.
it.
I'm just gonna
if-
roll
There you
with
go, that's
it.
fine.
I mean, if when I see the black veins and stuff appear,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would.
Um,
You're close enough to him.
yeah. Well, we were like just talking about it. Earlier. I'd be like,
Right.
whoa, hold on a second, and I put my
I-
hand. I start to reach for him. I go, "You trust me?"
I'll tell him to hold on here. Give me a second.
Oh.
And while I figure out what I'm gonna do here.
And then I glance down and realize what I just did in reaction, and I realize it's totally not working for him. So I do like this, and my clothes go back to normal. I'm like, just in case it cursed.
Okay. Can I cast detect poison and disease again on myself?
You can.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do I get? No, what kind of information?
I just gotta read it real quick. I apologize.
You're good.
What you can tell is that whatever this is magical, and you're being your immune system is being attacked aggressively by multiple pathogens simultaneously.
Can I tell if it's a poison? Like, would I be able to know if I cast
It's
protect from
not.
poison
It's
on
not
myself?
poison. It's not poison. It's disease.
Okay.
It is illness. It is many, 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 many illnesses all at once that are starting to
Alright.
ravage your system.
Okay. Well, I was like, all right, I'll say, okay, well, that's something new. Hey, Sticks, what was it that you were gonna do again?
I'd see if I can see if the music will help. And I put my hands on his breastplate like that and kind of listening for that heart rhythm, and I start tapping on it to get that rhythm kind of in line with it. And then as soon as I feel like I've got the rhythm like that, I will channel through and cast Healing Word.
Okay.
At 2nd level.
Okay.
And heal 14 points of damage.
As you do that and that magic flows into you, you see the veins, that black veining that is creeping up on him, sort of flare and spread even more aggressively. And Rylar, you're going to take 14 points of necrotic damage instead.
Was that halved or?
Yeah, it'll be halved.
Yeah.
So 7.
Yep.
That should not have happened.
What'd you do?
Fun stuff.
That should not have happened. That should have done the opposite of what it just did. There's something weird going on here.
As you say that, you hear from your vantage point what will be the back of the town, an inhumanly loud roar split the night, and the earth begins to tremble ever so slightly. And with that, we're going to take a very quick break.
Ooh, break time. Oh no. All right, we'll be back, guys. Stick around. About 10-minute break, and then we'll figure out what's happening.
Maybe.
Yeah, right? We need like 4 more episodes before he'll tell us anything.
I'm not going to do that to you. We're going to finish this one tonight, I promise.
Okay. All right, we'll
I've
be
said
back,
that
guys.
before.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Okay, so Rylar is succumbing to some sort of affliction, and towards the back of the town, you have heard this earth-shattering roar split the night. What are you all going to do?
Can I say where it's coming from? Or can I tell where it's coming from?
It is coming from the far. Let's see, you guys came from the east, so it would be sort of the northeast side of town, opposite you.
Was it
Like,
a sound like that we would recognize? The
No.
Animal sound? No.
No.
What the
No,
fuck
whatever
was that?
whatever that made that noise sounded inhuman and very angry.
I'm gonna tell everybody to
I did.
stay here. I'm gonna go check it out real fast, and I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
we don't have. I mean, okay, go ahead.
Well, what?
I have passed without a trace.
You can cast that on all of you, can't you?
So
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, I have that as well.
what does that do exactly?
You get a plus
it gives you-
10 to your stealth.
Health roll.
Yeah.
Plus 19? Holy shit.
So I you know, after what just happened to me, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. This is not your typical disease.
And you're starting
yeah.
to feel feverish and clammy.
Yeah, and
Are you okay? You don't
No,
look so
he not-
hot.
It's not good. And I can keep people going through a fight, but I don't have like big, powerful mojo magic to try to clear that kind of thing up.
Yeah, we don't have anybody with like a cure wounds, or not cure wounds, but greater restoration or any.
not greater. I have lesser restoration, but
You need
Would-
greater to get rid of stuff.
yeah.
Probably.
Um,
And I don't even dare
so-
say drink a potion to see if that helps. That'd probably kill you.
so with that being said, the quicker we get this over with, the better chance I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
I think we need to get a move on it.
Yeah, let's charge right in. Sounds like a great plan.
I mean, there are worse plans.
I'll turn to Lorenzo and I'm like, if we cut the heart out, hopefully it'll stop the sickness. I have a feeling that the decrepit one is behind this. I don't know who the decrepit one is, but this seems to be.
Whose heart are we cutting out?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about Rylau for a second.
Me too.
No,
If we cut the heart out, you
So,
said. I
I'll
was
say
like,
the
what?
heart of the affliction.
I'll say
Oh.
you can try. I'll look at you guys and you can try, and my eyes will glow.
That sounds like orcish first aid where you apply tourniquet
you
around the neck
all-
to stop bleeding, you know?
Right. Okay. So, since having studied medicine in my homeland, I look at you all and I'm like, what? And I'll go to move to one side of the town because I feel that moving directly through the town might be a bad idea.
Are you
you
putting
guys-
pass without trace on us?
Yeah, I can
yeah.
do that if we all want to stealth.
Does that work with bounce?
Does that
I'm
work
not
with you?
taking my mount in. I'm gonna leave it on the outside.
It's anything. You radiate a concealing aura in a 30-foot emanation for the duration. While in the aura, you and each creature you choose have a plus
Oh.
10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and
we
leave
can
no
split
tracks.
that up.
Yeah, but that doesn't just let me go like
No, it doesn't. because you can
Around.
go running off by yourself.
Yeah, we should stick together.
I need to be able to get behind things and do assassin shit.
Well, yeah, but we can get you there.
Turtle
and
and
then
a
you can
half
kind
shell.
Figure out.
Yeah, that with the fairy fire for too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have each of you roll a stealth check. Because you have passed without a trace, the only thing I care about is if any one of you happens to roll a natural 1. Anything higher than that, you're fine.
God.
Okay. So you guys sort of skirt around the town proper and head in the direction of the noise that you heard. And as you make your way around that side of the town, you see this sort of rusted old wrought iron gate surrounding a cemetery. The gate is ajar. It is open. And once again, as you get closer, you hear that noise come from within the cemetery.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Well, it says it starts and ends in there, and I feel like I'm getting closer to my end, so might as well get started.
Are you feeling worse?
I'm not feeling any better.
As you make your way into the cemetery, you notice that every grave that is in here has been disturbed, and whoever was interred there is no longer present. You don't see corpses. There doesn't seem to be any movement, but you do see innumerable tracks leading towards the walls. You can see bits of like dirt and gore smeared as whoever was leaving in that direction, tried to clamber over the walls. You can see tracks heading out the way you're coming in, and so it seems like there was a mass exodus of corpses from this cemetery.
Where'd all the dead go? I mean, I don't know why I asked that question.
As you make your way deeper into the cemetery and you're passing these broken mausoleums and tombstones that have been overturned and things like that, you come across into the center where there is a large stone in the middle of this clearing where some of the older tombstones are, and you see standing on top of a rock. Hold on one second. On top of the rock in the center, you see 3 figures. I don't have 2 of the tokens, unfortunately, but you see Scar standing there, which each of you would recognize from wanted posters plastered around Briarhaven, following the incident in Lord Graham's office. And standing next to him is a small dwarven woman wearing a red robe. And both of them are sort of talking to each other and staring almost admiringly at this incredibly tall figure that has abnormally long arms that end in these wicked claws, and is very gaunt and has sort of a deer-like shape to its head that ends in this large gaping maw filled with teeth, and it seems to be just dripping rot and meat off of its form. It is crawling with maggots and flies, and it has this large rack of elk antlers protruding from its head.
How tall is it?
It's probably about 15, 16 feet high.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And you see Scar and this unknown dwarven woman standing on either side of what you can only assume is the decrepit one.
That's whose heart I was saying we should remove.
That makes sense. Is his heart on fire?
No, but you do see that there is sort of this warm glow coming from the center of its chest.
Ooh.
A warm,
Whenever
comforting
Elif says that's his heart, you said you should remove, I immediately said, don't have to tell me twice. And I grabbed my warhammer and shield and ready up.
And Scar and Greta are still there?
They're standing on either side.
Scar and who?
Right? I was
Yeah,
wondering the same thing.
I don't
An
know.
unknown dwarven woman, one there and one there.
Unknown dwarven woman.
You don't know who this person is. But as you enter the clearing, hiding and as stealthily as possible, Scar's head snaps in your direction, and a wicked smile spreads across his face.
I'm a
Greta, or the dwarven woman, makes her way over towards him, and you hear her say to him, "I think this was a fine test, don't you, Aluriel?" And he smiles and nods. And he looks at the figure, the being standing next to him, this large, imposing figure, and says, "I think it is time you had a feast." And then he takes Greta's hand, and there is a flash of this sort of crimson and purple arcane energy, and the two of them disappear. And with that, this large creature bellows, and I would like you all to roll initiative.
I don't want to. I want to Misty step behind him.
I'll allow it.
I was gonna say, can I have casted invisibility before initiative?
I'll allow it. I'll say I'll give everybody a free action right now.
All right, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him. Maybe.
So you're gonna
That'll
ban-
break your stealth thing.
Well,
Won't
it
it?
doesn't matter. It
Not
doesn't
really
matter. It's
casting
aware of
abilities.
you at this point.
Yep.
24 for initiative for me.
Can
Okay.
can I misty step up onto the rock?
You want to be like right there. We'll say
do.
he's in the center. So you want to be like boop,
Yeah.
just like that. Okay.
I'm gonna fairy fire the front edge of him.
Ooh,
So,
correct. Is there a save that he has to make to that?
dexterity
Mm.
save.
Dex 14.
Yep. Dexterity.
Oh, okay. Everybody's rolled initiative at this point.
I don't think
no,
I have
no.
on.
All right, roll initiative real quick because I have everybody selected. I have to finish putting everyone into combat before I can access his stats. Unfortunately.
good.
Son of a bitch.
Mine is and I'm gonna add my Dex bonus to this.
Okay. So, what is your initiative roll then?
22.
22. Okay.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith as my action.
Okay. Everybody in?
Yep.
Okay. Start combat. And then he has to make, you said, a dexterity saving throw?
DC 14.
DC 14. Copy that. That is an 18.
Worth a try. Seeing that it fails, I will instantly drop concentration on it so it's not lighting up the area or anything.
Okay. All right. So that'll take us to start of combat. Lorenzo, you are up.
All right. For my action, I am going to cast darkness on its head.
Okay.
Like, basically from its chest, a 15-foot emanation around that point.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, it's so that you guys aren't blinded also.
Right.
Because I can see through it because of my feature, but you guys wouldn't be able to, so it would be really bad for you.
Oh, so like his head and shoulders are enshrouded in the darkness going above him?
Yep.
Ah,
He has a giant globe.
looks like
on
dark
his
helmet.
head. Right.
Okay.
And then would I be able to climb up onto the rock?
Yeah, you could. You're close enough.
Oh.
Yeah. You're
And
close enough.
then I will use a focus point and punch him.
Okay.
Oh, don't die.
That will be with advantage because it has not taken a turn yet.
Okay.
It's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 to hit. That will hit.
So that's going to do 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
It's going to do 11 sneak attack.
Okay.
And then, where is it? During the first round of each combat, I have advantage. If your sneak attack hits an enemy during the round, the target takes an additional 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll punch it again.
All right. And this thing, yeah, as you hit it, first of all, it feels like you're hitting stone.
Okay.
It is hard. But this thing bellows as soon as you touch it.
And then 17 to hit on the second.
That will not hit. When your fist comes in contact with it this time, you thought it was difficult to hit earlier. It's almost like you can feel that it hardened against you.
Gotcha.
Giggity.
All right.
And that will do it for me.
All right. Aleph, it's your turn.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I would like to throw a flask of alchemist fire at his feet.
Oh.
To catch him on
Okay.
fire.
Go ahead, and it's just a straight dex roll.
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Of 13.
Nope, that is a 7.
Okay, he'll take 1d4 fire damage and remain burning.
Okay. So that's 3 points of fire damage.
3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
When that happens, where is the thing? BC straight. I'm going to. Stupid thing. Use this only trait if you're serious. I'm going to jump 15 feet away.
Okay.
Using rabbit hop, so I can do that without provoking an attack opportunity attack.
So that would take you about here in
Yeah,
any
he
direction.
couldn't see you, so he couldn't opportunity attack you.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I love how sure you are of that.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
I'm gonna hop and get like right about here.
Okay.
And just so you know, that fire, it just says it keeps burning.
Yeah.
It's out fire. So.
Yep.
Yeah. And that is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next, it will be the decrepit one's turn. Because of the globe of darkness surrounding its head, you can't tell where it's looking, just as you assume it can't see you. It lashes out at you. Sticks. Because you are right next to it. Oh, did I grab the wrong character?
You grabbed the wrong one, yeah. Or I might have grabbed the wrong one.
So it is going to make a multi-attack against you. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
It will hit. And what kind of damage are you going to do?
We are going to do piercing damage.
Okay.
That's going to be 26 points of piercing damage to you.
I'm going to reduce that by 1d10 plus 8.
Okay.
So 16. So that's how much am I actually taking?
You reduced it by 16.
So it's 10.
So 10.
Gotcha.
And then it's going to make a second attack. A 28 will hit.
Yep, and same thing.
So that's going to be 29 points of damage.
I will reduce that by 15.
15, so that's going to be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then a 21 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be an additional 27 points of damage.
Jeez.
It's going to be 18 minus, so 9 damage.
9 damage. And then it's last attack for that.
Motherfucker, holy shit.
17 to hit.
My AC is 17.
Your AC is 17. Okay. So yeah, it just rakes at you with its claws, just viciously battering you. And every time it hits you, it is hitting hard. Like the ground underneath your feet, that boulder is starting to crack just from the force of energy being directed into your body from this thing hitting you. And then it is going to let out another ear-piercing roar, a different tone than the one you've heard a second ago.
So, quick question. How can it see through darkness?
It has blind sight.
Oh.
Does that get to see through darkness?
It doesn't need to see to be able to attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sticks. And from the ground.
Hold on. Did you roll for damage?
Nope.
Fire damage?
I will in just a second.
Okay.
Is it D4 you said?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
He can
4
roll
points
on the
of fire.
ground and snuffle it. but unless he like does something to try to remove it.
Right. I'm just gonna easiest way to do this. Beep bang boom. So he lets out this other ear-piercing roar. It's a slightly different tone than the one that you've heard before, and by the time he is finished making that noise, from the ground begin these bony hands begin crawling out and unburying themselves as a bunch of skeletons begin to emerge from the earth. And then it will be the skeleton's turn.
On the end of his turn, I would like to use my reaction to use my stone rune. When a creature you see ends its turn within 30 feet of me, you can use a reaction to force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 12. And then it's charmed for a minute if it doesn't save.
Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm. DC 12.
That's going to be a 13. So it is going to be the skeleton's turn. So this skeleton is going to charge you. That one is going to charge you. This one is going to begin trying to scrabble up this wall. This one is going to make its way towards you, and this one is going to come after Ryler. So the first two skeletons, one is going to swipe at you. Skeleton A is going to swipe at you with this rusty short sword that it has pulled out of the ground with it. Will a 12 hit?
Nope.
No. Skeleton E, same thing. So that will miss. Penelope, Skeleton B, same thing.
What?
6 will not hit because
no.
you're fucking invincible or something. Rylar.
I don't need to be invincible for
will
a 6
hit
not
you?
to hit.
No. Okay. Nobody hits. None of my skellies. None of my skellies hit. Penelope, you're up.
All right. Penelope is going to first. How does that work? I don't know yet how to make that work. So if I wanted to like open my decanter of endless water and then like have Azura like freeze that all around us in the area, would that be like an action?
I would say that's going to be like 2 actions because you have to control her. Well, how do you control her breath?
She makes her move on my bonus action. If
Right.
I want her to move, it's on my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 attack actions on top of that.
Well, so the attack action is your attack action. Commanding her to do something is a bonus action?
Yeah, so for her to take her turn and do anything beyond moving would be a bonus action on my part. It's how all the beasts work with the Beastmaster Ranger and everything. Yeah,
okay.
They move on the bonus action.
Yeah, so that would be your action and your bonus action for the turn. Then it would take the place of your attack action right now.
Okay.
When you attack, you get 2 attacks, but if you do a different action that's not attacking, you only get that action for the turn.
So would I be able to shoot an arrow at him and then open the water on the ground?
No, you can do the decanter of endless water and then have your Drake do her thing.
Okay.
Or you can make 2 attacks.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna see her pull out this decanter out of her pouch, and she's going to pull the cork off of it, and she's going to shout the command word geyser, and it's gonna start geysering water out of it all in the area around us. And she's gonna look to Azura and she's gonna be like, you know what to do? and Azura is going to breathe ice and freeze all that water in the area, so it's difficult terrain.
So it'll be about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, blue. Blue is good.
All right. So for the time being, that is difficult terrain for all of you.
Except for me.
Yep. Sticks, you're up.
Good thing I'm not moving. Okay. I'm going to hopefully ignore these skeletons for the moment because I got to help my friend up there who took a beating. So I'm going to bonus action cast Healing Word at him.
Okay.
For 13 points of healing.
Okay. Yep, that'll work.
And then as my action, I will look at the big scary thing that's been beating on him and shout, "Hey! You know, that look was so last year. The horns and everything, not a good look. I don't care what they told you." And
you can see that globe of darkness, just as weird as it's going to sound, sort of rotate and snap towards you.
yeah. And the mockery is vicious. That's a wisdom 14 save.
Wisdom 14
I was like,
save.
what are you talking about? And I see now. I understand. Yes.
That is going to be a 7.
No, so he will take 3 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And his next attack is at disadvantage.
Okay.
And
that will...
he's within 30 feet of the dragon, right? The dragon
Yes.
wants to make a reaction on his hit on that, and is going to use infused strike. When another creature within 30 feet of the drake that it can see hits, the drake can use a reaction to add a 1d6 cold damage to the attack.
Oh,
That's wild.
Yeah.
that's pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah.
So 2 extra cold damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty cold insult. I would admit that.
I like what you did with vicious mockery.
Cold-blooded.
Thought that was great.
Oh, I got a million of them. Don't you worry.
Is that your turn, Sticks?
That is my turn.
All right. Rylar, you're up.
I'm going to take my Warhammer, which, hold on, give me a second, this is a silvered Warhammer. Would that do anything? It does something on crit, right? It does extra damage on crit if it's silver.
I don't
I don't remember. It's
Did
fine.
you say silvered or silvered?
Yeah, silvered.
Silvered. Against specific types of lycanthropes and things of that
Right.
nature.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, yeah, it wasn't undead.
Yeah. No.
Holy shit. You said I had disadvantage on attacks, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I am going to use an ability called let's see, I think it's Tactical Mind. It'll make me use a second wind point to add 10. I don't know if I roll a 1, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what the modifier is, does it?
Correct.
It fails automatically, so it's
Correct.
probably not even worth doing that.
For an attack roll, correct.
Okay. I get 2 attacks on him anyway, so
Yep.
I'm gonna attack him again. Come back with. Oops, I have to roll twice because I have to do disadvantage.
Hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Like
smash this thing with your hammer, and it just it obliterates that skeleton.
After I take that swing, I'm going to let out a yell, and I am going to use my bonus action to increase in size. I'm gonna use Giant's Might.
Okay.
And get larger. So I guess I'm going from medium to large.
Yep.
And I will take some steps towards the decrepit one.
Okay. Remember, you are
I've-
currently in difficult terrain.
Right. So is it half?
Movement speed is halved, which, yeah.
Basically, yeah. So I'll walk. Sure, I think it's right here.
Also, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
You could also just take him one step to the left, basically, or
Get
to
out of
your
it.
right. Yeah, and then you're out of it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking smart right now. I think I'm just gonna walk over like a cool person. And you say Constitution saving?
Yep.
Okay. 19?
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
That's my turn.
For now.
For now.
All right. That'll bring us to Lorenzo. It's your turn.
I don't know. My entire turn was ruined, kind of, but that's okay. The ice on the ground makes things really hard for me.
Well, it's not on you.
I know, but I was going. I can move my darkness at the start
Oh,
of
I
my
see, I
turn,
see.
and I can do crazy stuff with that.
Yeah.
But what I will do is I'll just move the darkness on top of me, revealing his head, and just covering the bottom of that rock all at the top there, so that the skeletons can't see me or anything. And I am actually going to try something different. I'm going to use Disguise Self.
Okay.
And I'm going to become Scar.
Oh,
Oh. We did just see
okay.
him.
That's some irony.
That's irony, kids.
Deep down, you really were Scar all along.
Get him!
Right.
There's a little bit of
Okay.
Scar in everybody.
And what are you doing with this?
My thought process here is that the decrepit one won't go after his master. Scar is his master. So, just trying to disguise myself, that's all.
Okay. You do see, like, when that happens, like, it kind of cocks its head, and you can see a brief flash of sort of confusion wash over its face. Alif, it's your turn.
Do I not get my bonus actions?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you do get your bonus actions. I apologize.
Oh yeah.
Is that skeleton up with me, or no?
No, it's like at the bottom of the rock, just kind of like reaching for
He's
you.
down there? Okay.
Yeah,
Does it seem like he can climb at all?
not at the moment.
Okay. I will... Well, actually, that skeleton can't see me anymore because I'm in darkness. Unless
Right.
skeletons can see through it too, can they?
No, they see the globe, but they can't
Right. Okay.
see you.
Yeah, no. They can't see.
As my bonus action, I'm going to empower my tattoo.
Okay. And that'll be, and is that your turn?
That's it. Yep.
Okay, Alif, your turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to witch bolt the decrepit one in the back of the dome.
Oh, okay.
For 19 or to hit 19.
Its AC is 19,
Nice.
Oh.
so that will not hit.
Yep. Okay. Boppity boopity boppity boppity. Let's see. Bonus action? I can do nothing. Yep. Okay, that was cool.
You still have your movement, and you're not in combat with anything else at the moment.
Yeah, but I see the skeleton coming towards me, and I have a reaction if it tries to swing at me.
I
And
see.
I'll just like if I try to go over to where everybody else is, that just puts me in slippy action mode. If the decrepit one comes towards me, I can jump out of the way. If the skeleton attacks me, I can cast shield. So I'm pretty good where I'm at right at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to roll. Oh, D6. Nope. Okay, that doesn't recharge, so that's fine. The decrepit one is going to once again bellow. This time, it is that same sound that you heard earlier.
For zombie summon.
No, this is a different tone entirely.
Like the first thing we heard.
The
from
first
across
thing,
town.
the first thing you heard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's plague cloud or something. Jesus Christ, Mike. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're blocking my son. I feel
We're fighting our shade.
I paid for these nice benches or beach chairs. Get on my son, please.
I need everybody as it's bellowing. The very air around you guys in this radius seems to get dark, and there's like this sort of black miasma that begins seeping off of the decrepit one and also out of the ground, and it sort of as this roar hits its fucking crescendo, there's this sort of out from this thing. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's not good enough.
That's bad.
I got anything to do for that? I
Right.
don't think so. Nope.
Oh,
So,
Mike.
Ryla.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I read it wrong.
And then Alif,
Mm,
just need one from you.
mm,
That's a 12.
mm.
Do. So that is going to be 29 points of necrotic damage to each of you.
And that was an attack, correct?
It's an aura, so it
So
wasn't directed at anybody, but I mean,
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use a reaction to that
okay,
and do my Shadowfill brand tattoo
okay,
to become insubstantial and half the damage that I take.
okay.
So did I fail that check then?
No, you will take half damage.
Okay.
DC
And
is
I'll-
18.
Okay.
That's
And
Good
I also
God.
take half
Half's
damage
14.
from that too.
I'm sorry.
half is 14.
Yeah, half is 14. Yep.
I'll take half of that too because I got necrotic resistance.
Yeah, so you
So
take
7?
a quarter. Yep.
Okay.
I don't suppose he heals from necrotic now.
Oh, that would be nice.
I was wondering the same
asking.
thing. If
I was like, healing hurts him.
And then with another roar, the decrepit one is going to leap towards Rylar. You will get an opportunity attack, Lorenzo.
Okay. Yeah. Does not hit.
No, does not hit. And then it is going to attack Rylar. So that is going to be a 18 to hit.
Good God.
Does not hit.
Nope.
Okay. Attack number 2. 28.
28 will hit.
Holy cow.
All right. So that is going to be 24 points of piercing damage. All right, and for its third attack, it is going to fail. And for its fourth and final attack, a 29.
Hold on.
And that's going to be an additional 24 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'm just trying to see about something I can do here. This will be a reaction. Oh, that will down me.
Oh. Okay. Damn.
You say 29?
24 for the last
Yeah.
one.
24, yeah. That'll do it.
Okay. Next up, it will be the Skeleton A's turn. It is going to make a short sword attack against Styx. That is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hit.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage from Skeleton A.
Okay.
Skeleton E
Is
is
that
going
crit
to...
damage?
It was, yeah.
That just rolled a d6 plus 3.
Oh, weird. Okay, well, 11 then.
Okay.
Skeleton E is also going to swing at you
Mm-hmm.
for 21.
I'm going to use my reaction to glance over at him when he does like that, and I say, "Hey, you're holding your sword wrong." And I'm going to cutting words him.
Oh, nice.
That's a d6. Ugh, never mind. Only reduced it 1, so it still hits.
Okay. So that's going to be another 4 points of slashing damage. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm sorry, piercing damage.
Yeah, I got it.
Skeleton B is going to attack you, Penelope. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage. And then Skeleton C is going to attack you, Alif.
Yeah.
Will a 21 hit? Excuse me.
Let's see. If I cast shield
Mm-hmm.
and add, I have species trait, lucky footwork. If nope. Yeah, I'm not going to because it's not gonna get me above the threshold. So yes, that hits.
Okay. So that is going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Penelope, it is your turn.
Okay. See here. Okay. Perfect. Just what I wanted to make sure. So Penelope, it's a bonus action to take the healing potions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Item interaction.
That's what I thought. Penelope is first going to pissed off about what just happened and all the damage that she just took. She's hurting a little bit right now, and she's kind of leaning over Azura, and she's just gets this second wind of because she's so pissed off, and she's going to shoot her arrow at the decrepit one.
Okay.
Uh, 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Perfect. So she does that plus She
What is the damage type on that? Is that just piercing right now?
it's cold damage because she used her cold arrows.
Okay.
And then it's plus, where is it? 1d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And then also all of this is cold damage. And then I'm trying to think if there was one I was missing. I got the bow, I got the Hunter's Mark extra damage. Yeah. Yeah, so that's her first one, and she's gonna do that again.
Okay.
Did you already count all of that?
I did.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure before I started rolling again. Okay, next one is 25
That'll
to hit.
Yep.
And so that was lame. And then 4 and then 6 damage.
Nice.
Okay, and then for her bonus action, she is going to take one of her greater potion of healings.
Sure.
And that says 44 plus 4.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 4. So 18.
Okay.
All right, and gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. Sticks, you're up.
Okay, this is getting ugly here. So,
Just like his mom. Do do do.
wow.
My God, wow.
I may not be a bard, but I still can deliver cutting words.
You got that right.
It's here.
I'm gonna use my fast hands feature to
Okay.
use an object and pull my broom out from behind my back and jam it between my legs and shoot up into the air.
Okay.
I know the skeletons will get swings at me, but I gotta get away from this thing.
Yep. So the first one that's going to be a 22.
That'll hit.
So that's 5 points of damage.
Okay,
And the second one is going to be a 7.
that'll miss.
All right.
Okay.
You sank on
You are airborne.
Okay. And I will. I mean, I don't have a lot more. Rylar's down, so he's not currently engaged with anybody directly, right?
Right.
All right. Well, that won't work then. I will pull my magic missile wand out and trigger 2 charges at him.
Okay. And how many missiles is that?
4 missiles.
a volley, if you will.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's yeah. So that's 2, 3,
2, 3, 4. Log out. There it is.
and then one more, right? Or
Oh, no. It was
how many more?
one more.
One more. Okay.
Sorry, I thought it rolled,
That's
but
okay.
it didn't.
All good.
There we go. Another 2.
Another 2. Okay. Yeah, you and just they
Yeah.
Just-
Uh,
impact on his chest and kind of it does stagger him a little bit.
and I'm hovering about 30 feet up at that point,
Okay.
and that's all I got.
All right. Rylar, I need a death saving throw from you.
Crap, he's
What
the
do I-
cleric.
Oh, just a D20.
Yeah.
Roll above a 10.
That's not a 10.
Okay. That's 1. Lorenzo, you're up.
Right. Hmm. I'm going to move. Fuck, why are she's there?
Can you do a shove attack to put him on the ice?
No, well, my thought
you are
was
over it. You are above him now.
Yeah, my thought was to move the darkness on top of Rylar so that we can safely get him back up.
Oh,
But if I move the darkness, it's 15 feet. Penelope's going to be in it. Styx might be in it.
It doesn't matter. He has
no,
blind
6
sight.
is above. 6 is blind.
Yeah, the decrepit one has blind sight. Skeletons don't.
Correct.
Oh, that's true. I guess.
And I can see through darkness. But
Okay.
no, through my class feature, I can see through darkness.
Right.
Yes.
It's if I cast the darkness, I can see through it.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, wrong one. Why is it boxes?
Because,
There you go.
because Goob Stack is here. Ooh.
Right there.
You're moving the darkness to there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use a focus point.
Yeah.
To take the dash and disengage action at the same time
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Yep.
I will. So I have 80 feet of movement.
Okay.
So 15 to here.
Yep.
It's another 15 to here, so it's 30 feet.
Okay. And you're going down the rock and around? You're
Correct.
not like you're not trying to jump over this fucking
No,
thing, right?
no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty of movement. You got plenty of movement to make it there.
And then I'm gonna help him as my action.
You're gonna stabilize him?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll you'll still be at 0 for the moment, but you don't need to make any more death saving throws.
And then I will move myself into the darkness.
So you've stayed behind him the entire time?
Well, I'm under disengage also.
Okay. Alright. Is that your turn?
That is.
Alright. Alif, you're up.
All right. So, the rock is now blocking the decrepit one from my.
The
line.
rock is now blocking. You can kind of see some antlers poking up above the rock, but only just barely.
Okay. I am going to again use my rabbit hop to disengage from this skeleton
Okay.
and go 15 feet, which will put me right there. 15 feet. Boop, right there. And then that'll give me line of sight on the decrepit one.
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
it will.
Alright, then I will attempt to witch bolt his big dumb face one more time.
Okay. And that was dexterity saving throw.
That no, witch
Oh
bolt
no, it's
is
just an
a
attack roll.
attack roll, yeah.
Yeah, that will not hit, unfortunately.
Hey, God damn it! Fucking cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Am I like what like am I able to do anything at all, or am I just?
No, not until you get healed.
You need
Okay, that's what
a
I'm
hit
doing.
point. Yeah, you're stable. You're not in danger of dying, but you're not up yet. Next is going to be the decrepit one's turn. And he is going to begin stalking forward towards Penelope. And he is going to roar at you and swipe at you with one of his claws. So, for his first attack, a 17 will not hit, correct?
Correct. Azura's gonna roar back at him.
Okay. Will a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something better fucking hit. And don't forget to roll D4 for fire damage.
Oh, thank you. Yes. We'll do that right now. So that's going to be 26 points of piercing damage. 2 points of fire damage. And actually, I didn't roll that last turn.
You said 26?
So, 4. Yes, 26 points of piercing damage. And then for his third attack, will a 21 hit?
Yes.
So that's going to be another 26 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Oh, she's hurting real bad. Like, so bad. She is barely holding herself up on Azura's back right now.
And for his fourth and final attack against you, a 13 will not hit.
No. Thank God.
Okay.
She sticks her tongue out at him in defiance.
Does his aura recharge? His aura does recharge.
God damn it.
And then it will be Skeleton A's turn. You are too high, so they are going to begin moving around. And these two cannot... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to move that. The Skeleton A is going to take a swing at you. For... Jesus fuck. I'm sorry. Did it 21 will hit? Or no?
Who are you asking?
You.
Me? Oh, yeah,
Penelope, yeah.
It will.
Okay. So that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Okay. Styx is in the air, and no one can see Lorenzo. These two are in darkness, so they're just milling about at the moment. This one is still thinks something is up there.
Was Skeleton A not in the darkness also?
Skeleton A is not in the darkness.
Oh, I thought I tried to get it.
No, it was like here.
Oh,
yeah.
Was he up there? Okay.
Yeah. Skeleton C is going to make an attack against Alif. An 8 will not hit.
Correct.
Okay. Beep, boop. So Penelope, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh my God. Wow.
Okay. That's one. Styx, it is your turn.
That's 2.
On my that was my turn, right?
Yeah.
Since I'm incapacitated, that means
Oh.
that my Drake can actually make its
That
own
is correct.
choice.
Yep.
It's going to. Ooh. It's going. That would likely be like a opportunity attack, but I'm still. Did I fall off, or am I on its back still while I'm incapacitated?
I'm gonna say you're slumped over in the saddle at the moment.
Okay, so it wants to go backwards, away from all of this. It's going to carry me out of the middle of this fight, but stay on the ice.
Okay. There will be 3 opportunity attacks against it from the skeletons and 1 from the decrepit one. So for the skeletons, will a 9 hit?
You won't see it.
Oh, that is true. Okay, so it'll just be A. Thank you.
No, 9 won't.
And for the decrepit one, will a 28 hit?
Yes.
So that's going to be 23 points of piercing damage to your Drake.
You
That's
said
it.
23? Okay, yeah.
Yep. As it moves you away from everybody.
All right, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. And Sticks, you're up.
Oh, this is not going well at all. I'm going to quaff a potion real quick.
Okay.
So that's 10 plus 4. And now that she's out of danger, I will use one of my last 2 first level spells, and I will healing word Penelope. And I'll say, I'll be like, you gotta get back up. You gotta get back up. You're gonna fall out of that saddle. And heal for 9.
All right.
And I'm gonna fly up another 20 feet.
Okay. Just straight up.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just hovering
So you're,
over.
about,
so
you're
I can
like,
see-
what, 50 feet in the air now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. And Rylar, you're still down, but you're not in danger right now. So that'll bring us to Lorenzo. It is your turn.
All right. So for my action,
Yep.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Kind of at the top of the rock area, and I'm going to imitate Raylar, Elif's, and my whistle
Okay.
to try to call in on Silver.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Okay.
And then I will.
I love that.
That was great.
Whether it works or not, I love that idea.
Yeah,
I was
it's so
like, we gotta
smart.
get
I
more
love it.
bodies
You know-
or something.
Yeah. No,
or we're all dead.
I love that. That was
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm actually going to give you an inspiration for that. That's
Oh, well,
that's
thank
really
you.
that's really
Yeah.
clever.
I'm going to use a focus point and my first unarmed strike against Skeleton D.
Okay.
And we are in darkness, and I can see through it. So do I get advantage?
You do.
Perfect. So it's going to be a 26 to hit.
That will hit, and you will just demolish this thing.
Are those minion rules then?
They are.
From
Yeah.
those guys? Okay.
Yep.
Then I'll come back up here and do the same to B.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Hit. Yeah, you're just smashing the skeletons apart now.
And that'll be it for me.
All right. Alif, your turn.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to run over. I'm going he can try to hit me if he likes. I'm
Okay.
going to make my way over to Rylar.
That is going to be a fucking Christ, 25 to hit.
You son of a
That is 8 points of slashing damage.
I have a question.
Well,
Didn't he already
fine.
take his opportunity attack?
Skeleton C?
Against
No.
me? No.
Oh, skeleton. No, my bad.
Mm.
20. Yeah, wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You said 8?
Yep.
I don't like you. I'm going to give Rylar a potion. Now, I have a curiosity.
Wait, he's still under the bullshit.
I
don't
have
know,
two.
yeah.
I have two options. I have a poison I can give him, or I have a cure, greater cure wounds, greater healing potion.
Sure.
Mike.
Hmm.
And I roll to see if maybe possibly giving him the poison might do something?
Uh,
We'll do something.
it'll do something.
Well,
Make
yeah, but like because we already know that healing spells don't. But he died from.
go ahead and make me a perception check, real
They
quick.
said I was taking necrotic damage, and it didn't heal me. I don't know.
It's a 19.
So you notice now that he's been downed, that black veining that was spreading over his face is starting to fade. It's red. It looks he might have scars from whatever that was, but it is starting to fade.
Okay, so then I'm going to give him one of my potions of greater healing.
Okay.
Boopity boop, and Ryla, that's going to be 44 plus 4. If you want to roll that for yourself, because my rolls have been sucking.
4d4.
I was just thinking he said 44 plus.
I know. I was.
Do that. Do
Like,
that
hot
one.
dog.
I did say 4d4.
44.
Oh,
Like a
I
half-gallon jug.
I really thought you meant that he was healing for 48, and I was like, give me some of those.
Right, yeah.
What potion does that?
None of them.
Yes, if you ever find that, please let me know.
Yeah.
But you got 7 out of that?
Plus 4, yeah, 11.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's rough.
All right, but you're up, and now you can.
and as you're doing that, your mounts do come crashing through various walls and gates or over them.
I love how the horse is so much bigger than the velociraptor.
So it's Warhorse.
and the Warhorse.
He's just a little guy.
And then I am going to one more thinking time try to spell blast this fucking demon thing right in the face. Yes. Oh, there we go.
That will hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna reaction and add a 1d6 to that of cold damage for you.
Okay. Oh.
Are you
Hey.
Suck
are
it.
you up or down? Like, are you like?
Alif.
What?
Me?
Yeah. Are you?
I'm up. I have 9 points of health.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael?
As you first of all, describe to me your witch bolt and what happens as you destroy this creature. And all the skeletons around it start crumbling.
Oh, wait, you kill it with Witch Bolt?
I did a shit ton of
Hey.
damage.
35
Killed it.
damage.
Killed it with 40 damage is what
gotcha.
happened.
So, as I give Rylar the potion, I put my hand on his chest, and with my other arm, I reach out, and blue lightning starts to come up from my chest, along my arm, and then just kind of this like swirling blue. It kind of looks like a cyclone of just like blue lightning and fury, just kind of rushes at the decrepit one, and when it hits him, it just like burrows through his chest, and it cracks him open, and it just like his like miasmic internal grossness just kind of like gets sucked up out of him and off into the distance.
Ooh.
Beautiful. And with that,
And then I pat Rylar on the chest and go, "You're welcome."
the decrepit one has been defeated. And as its form collapses to the ground, now just ripped to pieces from this arcane blast that you have unleashed on it, what bits of flesh are left just start to rot and decay and putrefy and begin to just sort of seep into the ground. But you also notice, as that happens, that slowly at first, and then a little bit more voraciously, color begins to come back to the grass and to the trees around you. That sort of matte tone that everything had begins to fade, and life begins to come back to the now dead city, Beefington.
I think to myself, and this is the power of a leaf shall go out.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
mess
say
with
that
that
out
guy.
Man, I wish you'd hit him with the first one.
Right? Just saying, I tried. I was trying so hard to hit him.
Penelope is telling Azura in her head, let's be careful not to anger that one.
Fun fact, he had exactly 40 hit points left.
Oh my gosh. It was so good I did the
I'm just
reaction
saying.
ad on there.
I'm just saying, fire damage from the get-go off of this fire. Like that guy.
Fire and
Big
ice.
Right?
George R.R. Martin, eat your heart out. And we got
So-
dragons.
You will have to return to Briarhaven, and you will have an audience with Lord Silas, Adjudicator Silas, to tell him what you've seen here and what you've learned and what the cause of all of this. You can assume that horde of undead that you escaped from earlier is probably now no more. That they likely crumbled much the same way the skeletons did when this thing was defeated. But that'll be a story for another day, because that is where we are going to end our session.
Oh, snap.
So,
Hey, look, it's
I
only-
want to thank you all for coming into the Everlorn world. Jeff, it was a pleasure having you here tonight, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Um,
much for having me.
I hope everybody had fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun tonight. Thanks for letting me play a dragon rider.
You're welcome. I'm all about wish fulfillment.
Oh man, I feel like I can die happy now.
Thank you guys for letting me test out
almost did.
that nifty homebrew monster at the end. He was
Almost.
easy, right? He wasn't
You're
too
right,
bad.
I did almost.
Bruh.
Mike, if I didn't have my deflect attacks, I would have died
Uh-huh.
on that first turn.
Oh, I know.
So
I don't know how many-
did my character get cursed from the envelope or something? Or was it from the attack
No,
from the
it was
zombies?
just from the zombies. Zombie attacks.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Dungeon Poppy.
Thank you, Poppy.
You just totally wanted to say that, didn't you?
I did. I really did. I've been fighting it since I saw him join.
Hey, Pop.
He's from, is that Pittsburgh, Steel City?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're raiding Baddie tonight, so stick around.
Nice.
It's gonna be good.
Thanks
It
everybody.
looks like they're running Vecna.
Oh, nice. Fun.
Or is it Vecna running them? Wow.
Have dinner or
Cool.
I'm nervous about.
And I'm just gonna say